sir. Thank you.
Bring that step, yeah?
Hallelujah, Lord. Church, this is a day like no other. And our theme song for this day, make your sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down. Make your sit down. Say make your sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down. Make your sit down. Make your sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down. Make your sit down. Say me now sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down. Me now sit down. Praise the Lord. If you know how you feel about Jesus Christ, how he pick you up, turn you around, and place your feet on higher ground. Give him a shout that way. Give God what belongs to him. He deserves it all. He deserves it all. He is our all in all. Hallelujah. So again, on behalf of Bishop Alan Marichaud and Pastor Mary Marichaud, thank you for coming out this morning. You all look beautiful. You all look special. Our chairs are wonderful. Our linen and drapery is beautiful. A lot of hard work has gone into this day. I want to thank everybody who did any little thing. Scrub a tile, paint a wall, climb up on the roof, eat a food, cook a food, eat a food, eat a food, cook a food. You know, it took a lot of work, months of preparation to get it to this day. To those of you who contributed to the month of prayer, even up till today, God richly bless you. Press down, shaking, and overflowing. So we know that our bishop has been interceding on your behalf from the moment that he said he was so doing. And we have seen a growth, a magnanimous growth in the anointing and the movement of the Holy Spirit during this time. If you didn't see, you didn't want to see. Right, so we have a full little short program that begins now. A full little short program. So we had the street sign. Those who, when you're going on the out, you can take a glimpse at the sign. Keep your eye on the road, but watch the sign is beautiful. We had the stone unveiling. We had the procession and the entry, praise and worship. That sun was real cool. The walk was short on the coming in. On the going out, it was little. Right, so I am Verdelle Robert Sanchez, and I am your master of ceremonies, your host this morning. And I'm also honored to be the first speaker. So I'm starting one time because we tighten. We are a real thing today now. We are thing to bless, thing to give away. So they don't go woman. Not plenty thing to give away, but nice. It means a lot. And it is in belief in Jesus Christ you can move mountains. Right, so as I said before, who I am the daughter of Bishop Alan Moses Marichaud. You know, it's only recently I know that in the man with the name is Moses. I'm too shame. But all the road we parted the sea flames and unveiled the sign, so Moses working it. So in the year, church, 1988, our bishop and my father was involved in a near fatal accident. I can clearly remember visiting him at Port of Spain General Hospital and seeing him lying there unable to speak, his jaws wired shut. I think that would have been some days, if not weeks, after the incident. And given the fact that I was underage, because you know I think it's from 11 or 12 years able to go into the hospital, I wonder how I was even granted the opportunity to go in there. I remember thinking to myself, don't cry, because even small, you know, They had to be a little thing now. So I said to myself, don't cry, be strong. You know what I mean, but I remember telling myself that. So I smiled. Anyway, back to the hospital. So I remember trying to just smile. But in my mind, I'm asking myself, will he die? Why he here smiling back self? Why he not speaking? It didn't even occur to me, wait, the jaws wired shut. I think it was the only time I was taken for a visit. I can't really remember, but that is the time that I remember. Sometime after that, when he was healed and the wires removed, he told me that I had laughed at him in the hospital. Not accusing me at church. Understand that. During his recovery period, there was something that he used to say to loosen his jaws. He used to say, Dominic Alcazar is a reporter, Dominic Alcazar is a reporter, Dominic Alcazar is a reporter, Dominic Alcazar is a reporter. Dominic Alcazar is a reporter. But in order to get the tongue rolling and the jaw loose, Dominic Alcazar is a reporter. After a while, I said to myself that coming back from a near-death experience can be pretty difficult. And anything he said during the healing process should not be used against him. Why am I telling you this? To let you know that the man you see before you today was an ordinary Joe just like you and me. A broken vessel that God chose to make whole. A man with a past, a present, and a definite future in the Lord. On my father's side, I am my grandmother's first granddaughter that I know of. In her latter days, though she was never anything more than slim or petite, she got sick and extremely frail. I remember my father saying to me, let me go and bathe your grandmother. She lived next door to him, but at that time was too sick to care for herself. So here's my father, soap and cloth in hand, with a bucket of warm water, with me in tow. To me, everything is an adventure, and I had never done anything like this before. Besides, I love my grandmother. She was a real sweet woman who deserved the name Dudu, which means sweet in French. I should tell you one time that my grandfather's name was Saga. So sweet bumps up Saga and make Bishop blood. Long time people are easy, no? So you see the kind of stuff the bishop comes from, a smash up top of toppers. Anyhow, back to the tale. So that day my father and I gave my grandmother a well-deserved inside of the bathroom complete bath. From her completely white head to her weakened toe. Church, this is not something that you would usually see a son do for his mother. People generally expect girls to care for their ailing parents. My father is the eldest of my grandmother's 4 children, 2 boys and 2 girls. It wasn't something he was asked to do. He saw the need for action and he acted. He did what had to be done. But why am I telling you this? It's because from that one act, I learned 2 very important things. 1, always love and take care of your parents for the sake once a man, twice a child is true. And 2, is not who is supposed to do the thing must do it, but who has the will and can do it. An ordinary man with an extraordinary heart. While today we honor and recognize our bishop, it would be poorly of me if I did not recognize and honor Pastor Mary de Jesus Marichua. This humble woman that you always see at the bishop's side has had to put up with a lot. When you are on fire for God, it means your tolerance of people who don't do what God says to do has to be tempered. And this can only happen over time. It doesn't happen overnight. It takes humility and dedication to do the things that God would have you to do as He wants you to do it. Our bishop and Pastor Mary were not called to ministry at the same time. So their walk was not always one walk. But even this God has perfected, shaping Pastor Mary to be the helpmate the bishop both needs and deserves, and to be the example that we as women of God can look up to and aspire to be. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give Pastor Mary. Ladies and gentlemen, we are truly honored to be a part of the ministry that is the New Birth Church of God. Our bishop's mandate is to empty hell and to fill heaven, one soul at a time. We, or people, some people might say that this is an impossible task, but we serve an impossible God. Is an unlearned and ignorant man being schooled by the Holy Spirit, exalted by God and honored amongst men. From humble beginnings rises a soul dedicated to worshiping the one true God. I have seen the change. I have seen the hand of God, and that is why I am still here today. From 2004 till now, I have been a member of a New Birth Church of God, and it is not because my father is the founder. It is because through him, I found God. I thank you. Let us stand and give him a standing ovation, church. Hallelujah!